Hey, leaders, welcome back. I hope that you guys had a great summer and that you're adjusting back to this new season. I know that we always say that there's a lot going on here, but there really is a lot going on, especially here this fall. We have 68 grow groups, care groups, grow track classes that are going to be starting here this fall season. We also have a new monthly young adult gathering that's going to happen at Latitude. And there's so much more. I mean, I didn't even mention the Forward campaign that will be kicking off in October. There's going to be two vision nights, September 24th, October 3rd. I hope that you're able to make at least one of those to really just come and hear kind of what's going to be coming here at Crossway Church to worship together and just to celebrate what God is doing here. And with all that going on, so it's so easy for us just to jump into this next season, right? To move from into a state of busyness. And yet, what I've been really challenged with here lately is the importance of us to really kind of pull back from that, to pause for a little bit and to really examine the rhythms that we're living in, especially as we launch into a season like we're getting ready to go into here in the fall. I was really reminded of this here a few weeks ago. I was leading a trip to our newest partner in Berlin. And a couple days into the trip, I ended up leaving my phone on the tram and I lost it. So I had to go 6 days without a phone. I know some of you just heard that and have already passed out on the floor just at the thought of being without your phone for 6 days. And I have to admit, the first day or so, it was really tough because you're just in that habit of having something to check on. And, if you have a question or a thought pops in your head, you can kind of go on Google and look for the answer. But, by the next day and the rest of the days forward, I started to get used to not having it. And I was amazed at how much more attuned I was to what was going on around me, paying attention to what was happening on public transportation, pay attention to the surroundings here, being more attuned and attentive to the people that were around me. I found my prayer life and my ability to focus, being that much better. Sure, it was an expensive lesson to learn having to buy a new phone when I came back here, but it was an opportunity for me to really experience a different rhythm and to see the benefit of being able to slow down and take away a distraction like my phone, even for a few days, to kind of really see um, just really what God had for me in that moment. So as you're getting ready to jump into this season, as you're getting ready to start with your groups, and we're getting ready to start all the stuff that we have going on here at Crossway, I just want to really encourage you to take a few moments and assess your rhythm. Some questions to think about. How is your relationship with Jesus right now? What does your prayer life look like? Are you finding time to attend worship? Are you attending worship with your family, with your friends? Are you finding time to rest? And of course, are you Sabbathing? Are you practicing the Sabbath? See, sometimes we get so caught up in what we have to do in the busyness of life that we oftentimes think we can do without. And yet, when we are able to really pause and pull back and focus on those really important rules of our life, it can make a difference. So how do we really hear what God has for us? How do we really step into in a healthy way into this next season? I think we do it by really being attuned to the rhythms that we have in our life. And are they really healthy? Are there areas that we can look at that can really help us to slow down and be present and hear what God has for us in this great season? I hope that's helpful. I hope you guys are really off to a great start with everything. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Super excited to hear what God's going to do here this coming year. And as always, super thankful for you and for your willingness to step into the role here in helping people become more like Jesus. Take care, guys.